Okay, so we're still in Unit 2, transformations in the Cartesian plane, but in this case, we're going to have reflections in the Cartesian plane. We're done with, um, what do you call this? Translation. Remember translation? We don't change the size or shape of the figure given. We just slide the figure. Can you still remember that? Translation, we are just sliding the figure. Now, for the second type of transformation, we have reflection. What's this? So reflection is a transformation that flips a figure over a given line called line of reflection. Again, it is a transformation that flips a figure over a given line called the line of reflection. You have the example on the screen. The graph on the right in purple, the one on above the x-axis, it is the graph of y equals x squared. This graph is reflected along the x-axis. So again, when we say reflected, it is flipped along the x-axis. So the reflection, the one below the x-axis in green, it is the graph now of y equals negative x squared. So as we flip or reflect y equals x squared along the x-axis, the resulting graph or the resulting equation will be y equals negative x squared. So how do we reflect? First, reflection along the x-axis. To reflect a point along the x-axis, we retain the x-coordinate and change the sign of the y-coordinate. When we say x-coordinate, that is our first element, the x element, and then y-coordinate this one. So for example, you have 2 and negative 5. So 2 is our x-coordinate and negative 5 is our y-coordinate. Again, how do we reflect along the x-axis? We simply retain or copy. For example, this is the given coordinate. So P prime or the reflected coordinate ordered pair will be retaining the x coordinate. So you will just copy the x coordinate. And then for the y coordinate, you just need to change its sign. So it will become negative y from positive y to negative y. So if the given is negative 5, as we reflect this along x-axis, the y coordinate will now become positive 5. I hope that's clear. Another example, if the given coordinate is, let's say, 0 and 7, if we will reflect 0, 7 along the x-axis, then the reflected ordered pair or reflected point will now become 0. We simply copy the x coordinate and then flip the sign of the second. So it will become negative 7. Again, we are just doing this if the instruction is to reflect along the x-axis. Next, for example, reflect a point, point A negative 4, 5 along the x-axis. Again, this is along x-axis. So we apply the transformation P prime, copy x, and then negative of y. So my mnemonics or the way I used to memorize the reflection formulas or the reflection procedures. If it's a reflection along x-axis, if it's along x-axis, I just need to flip the sign of the y coordinate. Along x-axis, you change the sign of the y coordinate. That simple. So for example, we have negative 4, 5. The answer will become negative 4, negative 5. We just flipped or changed the sign of the y coordinate. Clear? So thus the reflected point is located at A prime, negative 4, negative 5. Next, we're done with reflection along x-axis. The second one is reflection along y-axis. So what do you need to remember? In this case, if it's along y-axis, I will now flip the sign of the x coordinate. Very simple, right? So to reflect a point along y-axis, we change the sign of the x coordinate from positive x to negative x while retaining or copying the y coordinate. Very simple. For example, if you have negative 8 and negative 1, the reflected coordinates of the point as it is reflected along y-axis, it will become p prime. We change the sign or flip the sign of the x coordinate. So from negative, it will become positive 8. And then we copy the y coordinate, negative 1. Very simple, right? Another example, reflect point B, negative 2, 3 along y-axis. Again, along y-axis, we flip the sign of the first element. So it will become positive 2, positive 3. Next, we also have what we call glide reflection. A glide reflection is a combination of reflection, this lesson, and a translation, our previous lesson. It involves reflecting a shape over a line and then sliding or translating it parallel to that line. So let's have an example of this glide reflection. Example, reflect point C with coordinates 2, negative 1 along y-axis and shift it 3 units upward. Remember, y-axis, if it's y-axis, we need to flip the sign of the first element, which is the x coordinate. So flipping the sign of 2, it will now become negative 2 and negative 1. Right? Now, shift it 3 units upward. Can you still remember how do we shift? If it's upward, we are adding a unit. If it's 3, we are adding 3 to the y coordinate, right? If it's downward, we need to subtract. If it's upward, we need to add. So, if the reflected coordinates of the given point C is negative 2, negative 1, and we need to shift this 3 units upward, what do? We simply add 3 to y coordinate. So from negative 2, negative 1, we need to add 3 to negative 1 because that's the y coordinate of the reflected point. Now, the final reflected point now will be at negative 2, positive 2. Clear tayo doon? We first reflected. So we change or flip the sign of the x coordinate. The original given is 2, negative 1. It becomes negative 2, negative 1. And then there's another or additional instruction that we need to shift 3 units upward. So you need to add 3 here. So from negative 2, negative 1, it will now become negative 2, positive 2. Again, I hope that's clear. Next, how do we reflect along the vertical line x equals a? So we're not talking about x-axis, y-axis anymore. We're talking about line. For example, there's a given line. Reflect this along the vertical line, let's say x equals 5. So we are pertaining to this type of reflection. Reflection along the vertical line x equals a. So to reflect a point along vertical line x equals a, we subtract the x coordinate from 2a and retain the y coordinate. Again, in this case, you need to identify your a. So in my example, x equals 5. Our a here is 5. If you already identified a, you can now make use of this process. So to reflect along the vertical line x equals a, we subtract the x coordinate. We subtract the x coordinate from twice a. For example, x equals 5, so 2 times 5. And then we retain the y coordinate. So it will now become p prime. This is for my example, x equals 5, okay? So 10 minus x, that's the coordinate representation for the first coordinate, x coordinate, and then we will just copy y. Okay? Example, let's have example so that you can better understand this. Reflection along the vertical line x equals a. Reflect the graph of y equals 3x minus 5 along line x equals 3. So x equals 3. So we are reflecting along vertical line x equals a, right? And in this case, a is 3. So if a is 3, what do? We multiply 3 by 2 because in the formula, it's 2a minus x, right? 2a minus x, and then copy y for p prime, right? If we are reflecting along vertical line x equals a. So again, a is 3. We need to multiply 3 by 2, giving us 6. Therefore, it will now become 6 minus x and then y. Let's do this. So the given equation is y equals 3x minus 5 originally. And for the x coordinate, this is our x coordinate, this is our y coordinate. X coordinate is represented by 6 minus x. So we just need to substitute 6 minus x to the given x in the given equation. So it will become y equals 3 multiplied by x. What is x representation? 6 minus x and then minus 5. Simplify. 3 times 6, 18. 3 times negative x is negative 3x and then minus 5. Combine like terms, 18 minus 5 is 13. So, the reflected graph or the reflected equation now is y equals 13 minus x. Clear? So, the purple one, this is the graph of the original equation. The original equation is y equals 3x minus 5. And after reflecting it along the vertical line x equals 3, the given a while ago, x equals 3, the green, the color green graph here is now the graph of the new equation, y equals 13 minus 3x. So as you can see, the purple graph is being reflected along the vertical line. So there's mirroring along the vertical line. Next, reflection along the horizontal line y equals b. So to reflect a point along the horizontal line y equals b, again, horizontal. A while ago, we are reflecting along the vertical line, right? So in this case, horizontal line, y equals b. A while ago, it's x equals a. So in this case, same process, but b here will still be multiplied by 2 just like a while ago. But we need to subtract y now from 2b. So if you have this ordered pair, it will now become p prime quantity x, and then for the y coordinate, 2b minus y. Again, if it's for x equals a, what do? P prime will be twice a or 2 times a minus the x minus the given x, and then comma y, right? But if it's y minus or y equals b, it's x comma 2b minus y. Don't be confused, okay? So let's have an example for this. Reflect the graph of y equals x squared along y equals negative 1. Sir, um, it's confusing. No, it's not confusing. If it's x equals a, the given is x. If it's y equals b, the given is y. You look, reflect the graph of y equals x squared along line y equals negative 1. So we are reflecting along line y equals negative 1. So we are reflecting along a horizontal line y equals b. So our b here is negative 1. If our b is negative 1, what's the formula again? We need to multiply b by 2. So 2b equals 2 times negative 1. Therefore, it is negative 2. Following the transformation, so x comma negative 2 minus y. So the original equation is y equals x squared. Remember, this is for y coordinate. So we need to substitute negative 2 minus y to y. That's substitute. So negative 2 minus y equals x squared. And then transpose or simply add 2 on both sides. In your case, you're used to do transposition. So negative y equals x squared from -2, from the left side of the equation going to the right side, it will become now +2. Therefore, by the way, negative y equals x squared plus 2. We need to make y positive, so we need to divide all of the terms by -1, giving us y equals negative x squared minus 2. So this is the equation of the graph as we reflect y equals x squared along line y equals -1. Clear? So in this case, again, the reflection of the reflected graph is y equals negative x squared minus 2. So in above the x-axis, this is y equals x squared. Right after reflecting this along the horizontal line, y equals b. The given b is -1 a while ago. So this will be the graph of the reflected uh, graph or reflected original graph. Next, reflection along the diagonal line, y equals x. Diagonal line, y equals x. Y equals x is different from y equals b. If it's y equals b, we are reflecting along the horizontal line. In this case, diagonal line, y equals x. Clear? It's different. So how do we reflect in this case? To reflect a point along diagonal line y equals x, very simple. We just need to interchange or switch the positions of the x and y coordinates. Change their positions, simply interchange. So from xy, it will become yx. Again, we're doing this if we are reflecting along diagonal line y equals x. Example, reflect the graph of y equals x cubed along line yx. Oh, if it's y equals x along y equals x, we just need to switch or interchange the positions of x and y. So very simple. You make yx, that's why you have x here. And then you make x cubed here, x cubed here as y cubed. Therefore, we have y prime or y equals cube root of x. Y equals cube root of x. We swap the variables x and y, and then the new equation now is y equals cube root of x. We'll go back to this. I think I know this is quite confusing in this given. Thus, the equation of the reflected graph is y equals cube root of x. It says here diagonal line y equals x. We just need to switch positions of x and y. So if we will switch positions, let me see. So x equals y cubed. I think this is the new equation. It should be this one. But since we are looking for y, okay. We're looking for y. Sir, the question is, how do we get y equals cube root of x? So we're solving for y, not for y cubed. So from this, we need to get the cube root of both sides, right? Grade 9 mathematics. So we need to cancel out this. Therefore, the new equation is y equals cube root of x. Are we clear on this? We switch or interchange first their positions, and then right afterwards, we need to produce an equation where y is isolated. So what we did from this to this. Okay, from x equals y cubed, we switch their positions, right? We need to solve, or we need to have an equation with variable y isolated from the rest of the terms. So we need to cancel out cube. So to cancel out cube, we need to take the cube root of both sides. Therefore, y equals cube root of x. Okay, next. Reflection along the diagonal line y equals negative x. A while ago, y equals y equals x, right? This one. We switch. What if we are reflecting along diagonal line, but in this case, y equals negative x. Simple also. If it's y equals negative x, yes, we need to interchange or switch the positions of x and y, just like this, but we need to flip their signs. So we interchange and flip their signs. Example, this one. So reflect the graph of y equals x squared along line y equals negative x. Oh, if it's negative x, we need to switch or interchange their positions and then flip their signs. So the original given is y equals x squared, right? So let's change their positions muna. So y will become x, and then x will become y. After interchanging their positions, you need to switch or flip their signs from positive, it will become negative now, and then from positive, it will become negative here, and then simplify. So negative x is still negative x. On the right side, we have negative y squared, because originally there's an exponent 2 there, right? So what is negative y squared? Negative y squared is positive y squared. So it will become negative x equals y squared. Again, in this case, we need to look for the new equation. We need to look for the new equation. So what will be the new equation? It's either, sir, isn't it that we need to take square root of both sides? If we will take square root of both sides, take a look on this, we'll have y equals square root of negative x, which is undefined, or this is imaginary, right? In this case. So what we need to do, we can stay with x. Just make sure that x here is positive. So to make x positive, sir, how again? Again, after switching, we got negative x equals y squared. So to make x positive, we need to divide both sides by negative 1, giving us this equation, x equals y squared. So again, we're doing this if we are reflecting along line y equals negative x. Let's have other examples here. Reflect the point A with coordinates 3, 5 over y-axis. So how do we do that? If it's over y-axis, we change the sign of the x coordinate, right? If it's y-axis, we simply flip or change the sign of the x coordinate and then copy y. So the answer here, a prime, negative 3, positive 5. Very simple. Another example. A triangle has vertices at P, negative 2, negative 4, Q, negative 3, 1, R, negative 5, 0. We need to reflect the triangle along diagonal line y equals negative x. Can you still remember? If it's along line y equals negative x, that means we need to swap or interchange x and y positions and their signs, right? I'll write here what we need to do if it's along diagonal line y equals negative x. So from P xy, it will become P prime. Switch their positions and flip the sign. Negative y, negative x. Let's do this. So for point P, negative 2, negative 4, it will become P prime. Switch positions, change sign. 4, 2. Very simple, right? For Q, with coordinates negative 3, 1, it will now become Q prime. Switch, negative 1. Switch, positive 3. Switching x and y's, and then flip their sign. Last, for R with coordinates negative 5, 0, it will become R prime. 0 is still 0. It's neutral. It's not negative. It's also not positive. And then we have positive 5. So these are now the vertices of the reflected coordinates of the reflected triangle along diagonal line y equals negative x. So there's a tip here. You can check if you can graph. You can check if you can graph the reflection correctly by folding the paper along the line of reflection. If the graph and its reflection overlap, then the reflection is correct. which is true, right? For example, we are reflecting a while ago along x-axis, its reflection will be here. So if this is along x-axis, if you will cut or fold in here, so um they will overlap. The figure or the graph will overlap. They will overlap, right? So if that's the case, then the reflection is correct. Another set of examples, reflect the point A negative 4, 3 along diagonal line y equals x. How do we reflect along y diagonal line y equals x? We simply apply the transformation. If it's y equals x, what do we do? So from xy, it will become p prime yx. Switch positions only. So the answer will become a prime negative 3 positive 4. Okay? Reflect the graph. Okay, let's have this. Reflect the graph of y equals 4 minus 3x along line y equals x. So how do we do this again? We need to switch the positions of x and y. So this is the original equation. We will reflect along y equals x. So let's do this. So y now will become x and then equals 4 minus 3. You change x with y. We're doing this process if we are reflecting a long line, y equals x. And then let us produce a new equation for y. So we need to isolate y, right? You should have y equals in your final answer. So how to do that? We can simply transpose 4 to the left side of the equation, giving us x minus 4. We change the sign, right? Equals negative 3y. And then, to solve for y, we need to divide both sides by negative 3 to eliminate negative 3. Therefore, we'll have the new equation y equals x minus 4 over negative 3. So this is the new equation as we reflect the graph of y equals 4 minus 3x along line y equals x. Okay, we'll have this challenge yourself. This is by group, but we will have it once we meet, hopefully tomorrow. For the key points, again, reflection is a transformation that flips a figure over a given line called the line of reflection. So again, if translation is slide, reflection is flip. So a glide reflection is a combination of reflection and translation. To reflect a point along x-axis, if it's along x-axis, we simply flip the sign of the y-coordinate. If it's along y-axis, we simply flip the sign of the x-coordinate. If it's along vertical line x equals a, we multiply a by 2 and then subtract x and then copy y. If it's horizontal line y equals b, we multiply b by 2. So that's how we have 2b here and then minus y. X coordinate, we just need to copy. To reflect along the diagonal line y equals x, simply interchange the positions of x, y. If it's y equals negative x, yes, we still need to interchange their positions, but we also need to flip the sign. So we'll have more of this as we meet, but in this case, right after watching this, you try to solve and answer the graded activity that will be sent in the Quipper app. Kindly check your to-dos, okay?